thrilled and honored to be among you all, and in particular members of the Pickett family. So my new friend Ed here and I are going to perform this song for you, and I hope you like it as much as we do. This is much the way it would be if we were in a soldier's camp in 1862. No microphones, just the instruments and our voices. I was doing that tourist thing in Richmond, standing in Jefferson Davis's house, just like Robert E. Lee. Somebody said if I thought I could, I ought to take a little trip out to Hollywood. You know, the people out there know the story real good, and he saw it all firsthand. Made my way through the neighborhoods of Old Town. I drove my car right out of this world as I passed through a wrought iron gate. There were stories of young men written in stone, laying there together far away from home. I felt certain that I wasn't alone as I rambled through the graveyard. I saw Virginia night was falling. Somewhere in the shadows, I thought I heard a southern voice calling, saying, "Hey boys, this is Hollywood. It ain't home, but it's home for good. We'd walk away from here if we just could, and never come back again. Hey boys, come gather round, build your bivouac fires on this piece of ground. And a regiment formed without making a sound in the hills of Hollywood." I was oddly more curious than fearful, standing in the middle of a soldier's camp, wondering why they couldn't see me. Well, these were boys from another time, and the world they were in was a part of mine. So I looked and I listened and I tried to find the reason it was shown to me. A ragged soldier raised a fiddle, put it to his collar underneath his jaw, and he rosined up the bow. It sounded familiar as it reached my ear. It was listen to the mockingbird and cheer, boys cheer. The notes that he bowed rang perfectly clear as he played Bonaparte's retreat. Somewhere a drummer took to playing, and in those lonesome cadences I thought I heard that sad voice saying, "Hey boys, this is Hollywood. It ain't home, but it's home for good. We'd walk away from here if we just could, and never come back again. Hey boys, come gather near." And he said it in a voice so that all could hear. He said, "Time marches on, but it stands still here in the hills of Hollywood." Then General Pickett strode right up to me, and in a troubled voice he said, "You ain't learned a damn thing from history. Tell people about Hollywood, how it ain't home, but it's home for good. That we'd have walked away from here if we just could, we'd have never come back again. And tell them what you saw when the sun went down. Tell them for my boys resting in the ground, that you heard in the silence how sorrow sounds in the hills of Hollywood."